I knew there was something I'd got to do. I'd just sat there, been at work, got in, sat there doing Wordle. Alas, beating me. Beat me every day. So that's built pressure up down and none it, because I expect my son to beat her at Wordle. I do. And then the more she wins, the more pressure I put on my son to try and beat her. So I'm guessing random stupid words. Even though I've already got some letters, I'll then put words in that ain't got them letters in. And it's the pressure of trying to prove your son to be better. Psychological pressure. Speaking of psychological pressure, Wednesday against Cheltenham. It is psychological pressure on Wednesday now, isn't it? Can't beat Accrington Stanley, middle at table. Can't beat Gillingham, bottom end at table. Cheltenham Town on the horizon. You suddenly start looking at it and thinking, God, that's another test. Accrington Stanley, Gillingham, Cheltenham. Well, that'd be a test for Wednesday. I never thought I'd see it day, but there we go. That's where we are in 3rd Division. I don't actually know much about Cheltenham other than the fact that you're looking at where they are in the table and thinking, oh, banana skin. So let's have a quick look at them. Cheltenham Town recent results. A 3-1 away defeat at MK Dons, no surprise there. MK Dons up there in the promotion spots, in the playoff places. Followed that up though with a good away win, 3-1 against Morecambe. They then followed a 3-1 home win against Wimbledon, 6 goals in 2 games there. And most recently a 2-0 defeat away against Plymouth Argyle. Again, Plymouth in fantastic form, not much of a surprise there. Some good results there actually, aren't they? The loss against Plymouth and MK Dons are not totally unexpected there, but when they do win games, they score some goals, don't they? Speaking of goals, they're one to watch. Not an unexpected one, really. Cheltenham Town's one to watch. Well, it couldn't really be anybody else played in this neck of woods in Yorkshire before. It's Alfie May. 28 years old. He's a forward. Right-footed. Really good record this season, actually. 45 games in all competitions. 22 goals. We'd kill for somebody with that sort of goal-scoring record, wouldn't we? And 3 assists, which I think points to that single-mindedness to get his name on the score sheet. So Wednesday you'll have to really keep an eye out for him. One of them names, isn't it? Alfie May. Alfie May, gentleman thief. It's got that sound to it, hasn't it? Anyway, let's have a look how they line up. Oh, great. It's a 3-5-2, same as Accrington Stanley and bleeding Gillingham. Oh, God, you can see this one panning out, can't you? Evans, Raglan, Pollock and Boyle, 3 centre halves, same story now every week. Every time we play one of these teams, Long, Wright, Bonds, Circum and Freeston, and Blair May up front. Yeah. Sounds a bit like in them old 1940s films, doesn't it, when a posh person's trying to say blimey. Blimey, oh dear. Middle at table, 3-5-2. Can you see a pattern emerging here? Could be a tough game for Wednesday, this. It really could. And we struggle in them games where we need to get tin out to open defence up, don't we? However, that said, I've looked at a few of their recent highlights and I'm quite confident they seem to be a team who like to try and, get it down and play a bit of football. And I really hope they do, because if they do, that'll play into our hands a bit. If they come with that 3-5-2 and sit up men behind ball and don't really probe, causes big problems for Wednesday. Not least since the sort of players that you want in a tight game like that, when it's squeezed at the back. You want players with that little bit more movement and incisiveness. Well, it's not going to be Windass because he's out till end of season by all accounts. Not going to be Berahino because he's away on international duty, And great for him, pleased for him. I'd love to play for my country. Can you imagine the pride you got? But it's a bit of a ball ache for Wednesday. Where's Berahino? Oh, he's out, Burundi. Is that a bit like gout? So no Windass, no Berahino. which means it's probably going to be Gregory and Patterson up front, which is why I'm desperate for Cheltenham to come out at us, because it'll create that bit of space, because we are a Windass type, but a Benahino who works in them spaces and has just got that touch and turn and shot. I think we're going to have to be a bit more of a blunt force trauma in terms of that attacking. Gregory, Patterson, got no problem with that up front. Against a team that just sits off and sits off and sits off, maybe a bit more of a problem. So I'm hoping they do come and have a go. I'm hoping they do come and play, and I think that partnership can, reap goals for this if Cheltenham allow us to. Will they? Won't they? Will Gillingham and Accrington set the blueprint now for how to play against Wednesday? But these have got a lad who scores 20 goals, and when you've got one of them in your team as a manager, I think there is that little bit of temptation to say, yeah, let's go out and play a bit of football with a good team here, we can score some goals. So I hope that's the mentality they've got going into the game, because if they aren't, it could be another tough week for Wednesday. I think we will win though. I've just got a feeling we'll win. I'm going 2-0, and I'm going for Barry Bannon. He's on a run recently, chipping in with goals from midfield, and his 300th appearance for the club as well, by the way, tomorrow against Cheltenham. When he signed, he probably didn't think he'd be here that long, and he probably didn't think he'd be making a landmark appearance against Cheltenham Town, but that's where the winding path has led us. So fantastic dedication from Bannon, and I'm going to go first goal scored to Barry Bannon, and a 2-0 Wednesday win. They're just going to put men behind fucking ball, aren't they? I'm trying to make it positive here.